Hey YouTube, Morfien back with another World of Warcraft video. Today we're talking about the Avowed reputation, and the main reason you'd probably be interested in the Avowed reputation is as an alchemist you can get the Shadestone, and the Shadestone is used to create the Cauldrons that you all enjoy in Raid. Now there are a couple other rewards worth talking about, but we will mention that towards the tail end of the video. Let's get into it. Very first thing you'll need to do to start gaining rep with the Avowed is to do the Absolution of Souls and an Abuse of Power quest chain in Revendreth. There is a slight error on the Wowhead site. The quest starts here, doesn't end here. No, it starts and ends here. Same for Abuse of Power, but basically you follow that chain. It eventually leads to a quest to complete the Halls of Atonement dungeon. But I believe when you reach that step, you can start gaining rep and start killing the mobs around the Halls of Atonement dungeon to collect your Sinstone fragments. But that is step one in your Avowed reputation journey. So when it comes to gaining rep with the Avowed, there are two primary ways to do so. The first is to kill mobs in and around the Halls of Atonement, the dungeon, and the surrounding zone. Mobs outside will give 3 rep a kill. Mobs inside generally give 5, 10. Some of the bosses give 50. The second way to gain rep with the Avowed is the Sinstone system. And basically you can trade Sinstones that are dropped from the mobs in the Halls of Atonement area, and you can trade those in for Sinstones of varying levels, and basically you can use those to go kill a boss that rewards 50 to 100 to 200 rep at the top end. Now the top end rank of the Sinstone does require a drop from the previous 2 tiers of Sinstone. So that is a slightly different workup. It only takes 10 of the Greater or Grand High Inquisitor Sinstone fragment. That said, reputation gained from monsters killed in the surrounding Halls of Atonement area caps at friendly. So if you are looking to farm this reputation, my first tip would be do not spend any of your Sinstones, any of them, any level of them, do not spend any of them before hitting friendly with the Avowed. Simply grind the monsters and collect your Sinstones. Do not spend them yet until you have hit friendly reputation. You can farm the Halls of Atonement dungeon until Honored reputation if you choose, or until instance locked. I chose once friendly to run it once for the quest, and then simply grind the mobs and Sinstones outside of the dungeon. This took me about 6 hours. If you were to grind the dungeon to Honored, I don't know how long it would take you. Your Sinstone fragments can be turned into Archivist Fane here in Revendreth and outside the Halls of Atonement, located here. For 100 Sinstone fragments, you can get a regular Inquisitor Stone. For 250 Sinstone fragments, you can get a High Inquisitor Sinstone. This gives 100 reputation, roughly. The Inquisitor Stone gives 50. And the Grand Inquisitor Stone that takes the 10 aforementioned Grand Inquisitor Sinstone fragments gives 200 reputation with the Avowed. Sinstones, once you've acquired them, you use them in your inventory like any other item, and once you've used them, a rare will be marked on your map. You simply run to that area, find the monster, the rare that you are assigned to kill, and you use your extra action button to make it attackable. When you originally arrive on the scene, it won't be attackable. It won't be attackable by anyone else unless they happen to be on the same assignment. So you have to be assigned that particular Inquisitor in order to kill that and collect your reputation reward. run around, kill mobs, collect sinstone fragments, crush these sinstone fragments into better sinstones to fight bigger monsters for slightly more reputation. Sounds fun, right? That's the gist of it, blah 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 blah. Well, Blizzard has added a couple fun doodads to make this alleviate your grind a little bit. And the first one of these that we will be talking about is the buffs from the bell in the center of the Halls of Atonement area. This bell will provide a random buff that will generally somehow reward you reputation. For example, one of them will grant 1 reputation per mob killed in the zone. So basically all the mobs in the zone give rep again for 20 minutes. Now it is only 1 rep, but if you're geared, you can turn this into a lot of reputation. Another one would be 20 minutes of the Inquisitors give 20% additional reputation. You get the idea. Another thing that they have added is the Fugitives. So, and I'll roll a clip on the screen. The Fugitives, basically, they're like the souls from Torghast and the Maw. Basically, you right-click them, and your job is to return them to one of the Avowed. And they do what is necessary with this soul, and you get 50 rep and a couple reputation for killing the mobs that spawn. Another item that you will get along your Avowed rep grind is the Atonement Crypt Keys. And the Atonement Crypt Keys can be exchanged for a random reward in the graveyard of the Halls of Atonement. What you get varies. I believe the best reward is the crumbled Sinstones, which is basically 300 Sinstone fragments. But other things you can get from the Atonement Crypts would be 5 random green-gray items that you can vendor, a random follower to help you kill mobs in the zone for 5 to 10 minutes, and the final and most common reward that you'll get out of the Atonement Crypts are the Depraved Souls, which drop, give or take, 50 Sinstone fragments. Consolation reward, but not worthless. In the Avowed Quartermaster in Oribos, near the Reputation or Covenant vendors, and here you can buy your Shadestone recipe, your requisition orders, which basically there's a chest near the Sinstone guy in Revendrith that gives you Sinstones each week. You can also get a toy, a neat looking back piece. Now you do have to be a Venthyr Covenant to use that. Additional drops from the mobs that drop Sinstones, both at Honored and Exalted, Revered and Exalted. Another toy, another pet at Exalted, and then finally a mount. So that's it for the Avowed rep. I will say it is one of the more vanilla-esque grinds they've put in the game for quite some time. So get out there and get your grind on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. And hey, if you're feeling like it, don't forget to check me out on Twitch. We stream Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and whenever the hell else I feel like it. We'll see you in the next one.